When I was a kid, my favorite toy was Legos. And by the way, I might repeat stories because I forget if I told you them or not. But so if I told you the story, then I apologize. I used to lock myself in a room and play with Legos for hours, and I would lose track of time. And I remember just being in that space where you are happy and you are creating, and I mean that was when I was happiest, is when I was creating. And then after you're done, to show what you've made to people and to get some kind of emotion, get some kind of response was the nectar for me. So that was, I just remember from like 10, 11, 12, no one saw me because I was in my room. Literally, I would forget to eat because I had so much fun playing with these little building blocks. And the other time in my life when I've had a similar kind of experience was when I was a screenwriter. The early stages of screenwriting, where you get, I think the best feeling of screenwriting is when you have that initial idea and you get really excited about it and you can't sleep and you want to execute it. Of course, then the execution of writing the script is a, it's a bittersweet process, and so many don't finish, and it's hours of writing. But I also remember knocking out scripts, in a week or two, and just burying myself and just getting into that space again where you're creating and you're happy and you're excited. And now with the screenwriting thing, because it is a business and there's other elements of it that I didn't like, which I think spoiled the fun of it. But now I'm experiencing it again with blogging. I could sit down and blog and write and just get lost in it for hours and just not come up for air and be happy. Answering questions and reading and tumbling and all that. So what is the point of this? The point of this is we're living in a time where the economy sucks, and people have student loans and there aren't a lot of jobs out there. This is the perfect time to do what you love, to find something that allows you to forget about time. I think this is the perfect time to not compromise yourself or what you can do. And if you're in a position where you've always followed the traditional or what you thought was logical or made sense, now's the time to shift. Now's the time to follow your dreams, your passion. I don't care if you're married, you've got kids. I don't care what your situation is like. Of course, you have to eat and you have to pay bills. I get that. But if you're on the verge of taking a risk, now's the time to do it. Find what makes you happy and what you can just lose hours doing, and what are you passionate about. Because here's the thing, it's in that space where I think your code is unlocked. I think it's in that space where your natural gifts are exercised, and you can then share those with the world. And it's in that process where I think you're the happiest, because you realize that is part of your purpose. That is part of your gift. And I think when we lock that, when we stuff that into the box, and we're doing something else that we may be okay at but we don't like doing, and that it's something that you don't like doing because you can feel it, because work is dreadful, because you're not excelling in what you do and it doesn't come naturally, and you're swimming upriver. And a lot of people sacrifice that for money. And I'm telling you now, there's no point, because in the world we live in today, and especially with all the tools that we have, anything's possible. So go into your room and play with your Legos.